PKO here. And tonight we're going to be talking about a long overdue topic. Let me tell you, I have not wanted to speak about this couple because I was hoping that they would just go away, but now they've done brought, oh my gosh, we need to go live on on all of the channels. So just give me a moment. This is going to be, this video is not going to be as expedient as it could be because there's a lot of links and a lot of
That's
different
fine.
things to go.
Yeah, I can show up for a few
That
hours.
sounds
What
good.
is going
Yeah.
on? Stop it. Just talking in the background. All right. So listen, we're going to go live on all platforms. Let me know when you get in here. Say a quick hello. And then we'll go from there. You know, I have not wanted to talk on this couple, but it's gotten to the point where now my hand is forced. My hand is forced. So we have no choice now but to talk about it. All right, so here. So let me get the hey, welcome. All right. I'm just getting the broadcast set up. I'm getting ready to send the notification out. So welcome in. Let me go ahead and try to monetize this before they go and take the monetization because I know we're going to be saying some words that, these platforms don't really allow. So welcome. We never did the call-in show. I ended up staying up really late to get all of the case numbers and all that other stuff over to Homeboy's sister. There's a lot we need to talk about. If you're not on the text notification squad, then you missed it because we talked behind the scenes today. All right, so I got this link. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Darn it. Okay, good. It didn't go. So here, let's do a TKO text squad so that if you ever need to search inside the text notification squad, you can always find the messages inside of your inbox. All right, so that has gone out. Let's go ahead and get this up onto Telegram. Man, this has been quite, you know what, before we talk about anything, let's just go ahead. All right, those have gone out. All right. Sepang, what are you doing up at this time of the morning? All right, so listen, let's go ahead and get live on all of these platforms. All right, we're live on Twitch, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook, we're live on LinkedIn, and of course, we are live on YouTube, which is the main platform. So go ahead and you know what? I don't look. Let's talk. Let's get into all of this. So we are here. We're going to be talking about Chrisean Rock and BlueFace and this debacle, this boondoggle of a relationship that exists behind the scenes with them. It has been a whole puppet show, as people in Jamaica would say, right? Well, a whole puppy show, right? Because it's been a lot of nonsense. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. All right. Did Chrisean Rock abort BlueFace's baby? That's the question right there. Let me go ahead and get the title updated, right? All right, perfect. All right, perfect. Wonderful. All right, let's talk about it. All right. For those of you who do not know who Chrisean Rock is, and their relationship became famous during the pandemic. There's a page by the name of The Unpopular Party. And he did an entire breakdown.
I was looking at TikTok video. I was like, they have been dealing with each other. When it comes to her parent history, her father was in prison.
Okay, so look. So this is the young man's channel right here. or the man's channel, however you want to look at it. This is his channel right here. And he did an entire breakdown of their relationship that I sat with bated breath and watched the whole thing, right? This video is 27 minutes long. I suggest that you watch it. As a matter of fact, let me put the link. Let me get the link to this video in the description because I really feel that you all need to see this. Let me do this right now so that I don't forget, because and when you go over there, just tell him Tonya TKO sent you, because I want him to do an update, because this is as of 2022 and we need an update. So tell him when you go over there. See, if I'm going to send somebody over to somebody's channel, I'm going to send them there on some positivity, not on some effery. So nonetheless, so he did an entire video breakdown letting us know. So we're going to go through a little tiny bit of this. I can't play the whole thing in here, but we're going to go through a little tiny bit of this so that you can get a sense for who they are.
And allegedly her mother struggled to keep her home because she was battling, with drugs, depression, all that stuff.
I was little, she used to braid my hair and walk me to school.
So there's a lot of wounds, childhood wounds here.
She used to braid my hair, walk me to school, and things like that. And then it starts slowly progressing to her always in the bed. I witnessed my dad, abuse her.
So at the age of 9, Chrisean, she was homeless. So, during that time.
So he has the whole breakdown, right? But what it is that I want you to see is that their relationship started during the pandemic. This young lady right here, I don't know if you all had ever seen the videos. People had asked me to cover this, and I was like, who are these people? I want them to go away. I was going to say Nightmare Before Elm Street. What is that thing with the oh my gosh, oh God, the corpse bride? This corpse bride face girl right here. And I guess she knows she looked corpse bride is because she got a skeleton on her shirt. So she knows. This is his original baby mama, right? Apparently they were in some house during the pandemic, BlueFace's house. And this is how Chrisean originally lost her tooth, right? He drove her to the hospital. She was fighting with people in the house. People in the house was all types of issues. She was originally on some like Bad Girls Club. I think she was on BGC, Bad Girls Club. And so she was a track star. She's athletic. Some of you have seen that footage where she went viral for going through this obstacle course and beating out the time. She's a very talented young woman. She has, oh, this is it right here. This is the obstacle course. And she was
a track star. And not just like any track star, like she was very athletic. So much so that she was running track. I'm not sure if it was on a scholarship, I believe.
So I don't know how many of you saw this. This went viral. I had no idea that this was her. And she's strong, she's powerful. Some of you saw the footage that went viral recently of her deadlifting over 300 pounds. And even BlueFace couldn't do it. But it's a long, sordid history. He called the cops on her and tried to get her out the house, and
the police showed up.
So it was the whole boondoggle. Go watch this young man's video. I put the link in the description, right? But the whole thing, there were certain things that I just did not know. You all had asked me to talk about this part where she beat up the mother and sister. They have this a really toxic relationship, right? It's just really toxic. I have not wanted to talk about this. And he's like smiling. He got a smirk on his face because she beat up his mother and sister.
She's unappreciative. She's not a real mom.
They called the police. I'm recording.
You are.
And so you see she's missing a tooth that she lost in his house, right? She tried to better herself and get herself together. But then, look, she got a tattoo of his face on her doggone neck, his name on the side of her face. So she got his name tattooed across.
Do the most for me.
Nah, I do the most for you.
Yeah, you do. And I do like a little bit of the most for you.
No, you do the behind the scene most.
Yeah, not the social media. But damn, what's that on your neck though?
Ooh, you like it? What?
What's that on your neck though?
Your face? So when they see me, they see you.
Of course, that took the internet by storm because they was like,
I didn't see that until his video. This is what I'm saying. I be trying to mind my business, but they're always going viral for their foolishness, right? So his baby mama, while they were in a relationship, his old baby mama became pregnant with his baby. Just the tackiness of this all, the tackiness of this whole entire boondoggle, the tackiness. And then so she tried to fix herself and get her tooth fixed, right? She tried to fix herself up and get her tooth fixed, right?
and how she was getting too big for herself. She was
Yeah,
this
so
is
she
when they really just started showing out. So it's the whole tooth situation. So now Rock at this point, she's on Baddie South. She's getting a lot of bookings. She's making something of herself. A lot of people starting to recognize her. Also, I just want to mention real quick that
he's gonna say that she was giving all of her money to him when she was on this show.
Yeah. And she's in a position where she want to get her tooth fixed. So she gets her tooth fixed. But then on July 2nd, which just so happened to be my birthday, they broke up. Blue was just saying how she was getting too big for herself. She was doing too much.
Ever since she got that tooth, she's been on.
Look.
I see what's going on.
Her out at the club, allegedly Fabio Foreign was around, and he just didn't like that. But Chrisean didn't like that. Come back, baby, I miss you. She even went viral in another video of her taking her tooth out.
So then she went and ripped the tooth with the gum stud and all of that right out of her damn mouth. So she tried to the reason why I'm mentioning this is because there's a lot of men disrespecting her online, and part of the reason that they're disrespecting her is because of the dynamic in their relationship.
I did it for you, Blue. Took the tooth out. Now what's your excuse,
That's my girl Rock. Right, go ahead, bring me that tooth, baby. Bring that tooth home, baby.
So what the why? Listen, why do we have to be in the middle of this foolishness? He talking about bring me that tooth, baby. Bring me that tooth, right? Oh, for those of you who are saying you like my lipstick color, this is from the upcoming lipstick pack, which will be available. The lipsticks went into production last week, and so they should be done in about 5 weeks. So, because all of the tubes have to get my name put on there, the mixture, the formula, all of that, all of our special colors. So, nonetheless, but that will be available in about 5 weeks. So, stay tuned for that. But yeah, so then she brought him the tooth. They got back together, right? Just pure crazy bonkerness. Just the whole thing is just
a couple days ago, Rock and BlueFace was walking home or whatever
oh,
they was doing.
this is the part I really wanted you all to see. So so the footage is blurry. I don't want to show as much as he did, but I want you to see. He's on the floor. He's on the ground with like his knee on her chest, neck, and he has a balled up fist. So if you all think that this relationship is a joke and it's just all shits and giggles, it is not. You can take a look at this. Look, I want you to see. That's her down on the ground, with her face and stuff blurred out.
Bro.
Do you see? Do you see this?
Let me go. Let me go.
Why they got into?
So he hits her. Remember, she said she saw her father abusing her mother. Her father was in prison when she was a little girl. Her mother had depression. So none of these people were really able to care for a child. This is what I wanted to show you from his video, but go watch his video and watch the whole thing for yourself. They have some music, right? Did I close I think I closed because let me tell you, I listened to a little bit of their music And I don't know if you all have ever been on a ride and you just wanted to get off. I listened to their music and I was done with this world. I was like, you know what? It's time for my generation to just go on and get off this globe and just let these people have it, because this is how they want to live. I'll try to see if I can play like 5 seconds of it for you, because the lyrics of this is just so. The name of the song is called Lone. I listened to a piece of one of their songs called Lit. You know what? I could play a little bit of it for you. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I can't play we got to be careful with the copyright stuff on YouTube, right? We got to be careful. So here, I need to show you all this interview that they were in, because you all need to see that. But look, so listen to this foolishness. Look. I walk in this bitch lit. I walk in this bitch lit. I walk in this bitch. So she is notoriously high and drunk all the time, right? Notoriously high and drunk all the time. And she talking about how she high and drunk. She come into play as high and drunk.
But it's too many bitches, so fuck it, we lit.
So he was saying if there's too many N-words in here, I start to itch. I mean, this is self-hate. Oh God, we listen. Go listen to the stuff for yourself. Because when I heard the lyrics to "Lonely," I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get off this planet and just let these people have it. These men on the microphones, the people who are coming out and doing what it is that they're doing to destroy this earth. Like, if they feel that the older generation doesn't have anything of merit to teach them, and this is the direction that they want the world to go in, I'm like, okay, I just want to put my foot down like Fred Flintstone in the old day cartoon. Just put my foot down in the universe, let the globe stop, and let me just hop off. I am ready to go. I'm glad that they have this beautiful scene of the nebulous sky, because I'm ready to just hop off of this globe and just really just just let them have it. You all can have this earth. I don't know if Venus can be inhabited, but come please get Mars up to speed, because I want to get away from all of these people. I'm ready. When I heard this song, listen. This is, hold on. I want you all to hear a good part. The song is not, it could be catchy if you are into toxic love, but he's like, I don't want a bee beside me. I want a bee behind me. He's talking about how he won't get her a duplex because he don't want no woman above him and all this other stuff. And I'm like, this is just pure toxicity. And it just reminds me of these effing fools who are on these podcasts. Nobody who has been in a healthy relationship, giving young men instructions on relationships. People who don't have healthy relationships with their parents, instead of getting therapy, they're buying ice and getting dripped up and dabbing and ice and leaning and drugs and cough syrup and all this other stuff, and they're falling out all over the place. And this world, I'm just ready to be like, and just hop off and go to another planet and just let them have this. I have a literal life, time and again. So you can hear that. Hey, listen to the song. It'll make you want to jump off this earth. Well, maybe not. This might be what you all are dancing to, because I see, and then his lyrics are so ridiculous. Be on for the bad times before you leave. At least let me. All of this auto tune and drugs and it just that. Oh my God! I heard a song recently where the people were like singing Molly. Not Molly. What were they singing? They were like perky. I'm perky fly. Perky, I'm perky. And they weren't talking about nipples. They were talking about Percocets. They were singing about perks. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? So nonetheless. So this toxic relationship, right? She came out and announced that she was pregnant, right? She announced she was pregnant. She showed some strips of some positive tests or whatnot, right? But I think before she did that, right? Let me show this to you, because there was a show that she was on, and the way that she was spoken to and treated on this show was so abhorrent. One of my knockouts sent it to me, right? And I want you all to see how she was treated on this show. Let me, I had the link open, but my links are disappearing for some reason. So let me just search for it again and then pull this up. Here we go. So this is this show right here. So they were on this podcast, and I guess this is where I stopped watching it. I was trying to watch it, but you can see the body language, right? This guy right here on the left is the host of the show, right? And he was basically telling BlueFace, "Oh yeah, that couldn't be my girl, because I would have, whatever he would have done to her to get her to act right." This old ass man, this big grown, I don't want to call him an old ass man, this big grown ass man got this young lady on the show, and they keep liquoring her up, dousing her cup with all of this alcohol so that she could stay right, so that she could stay lit, right? And he starts disrespecting her, and I stopped watching at that point. Oh shit, this is no jumper? Fuck. This cannot possibly, this is fucking no jumper. This is fucking disgusting. Yo, what the, this is no jumper? Wow. The host is a former pimp, you say?
Hear me out. If you can hear me out,
I am, but you're just like,
if you
fuck
can
out of
hear me
here, my
out, then
nigga.
that'd be
That
cool.
shit
Like,
ratchet.
Go ahead. What do you want to say? What do you want to say, Rocky?
But that shit just changed the whole mode.
Just trying to.
And so it was just this whole interview was a boondoggle. I heard that she started crying and left the interview. And then look at his face. Look at his face, right? He's kind of smirking about it, right? Look at this dude. Look at this.
You know what I'm saying? She don't really care. She's gonna be like this. Blue, bring your ass back to life, nigga. Yeah, I killed you. Come back to life. Where you at?
I mean, because we saw that.
And it's like, this guy is high and drunk off his mind as well. So I didn't get to the part where she walked off the show crying. Right. Let me see when I can find her sitting next to him. Looks like she ain't with him for most of the doggone interview. Here. All right. Look at his face. I just want you to see the smirk on his face, because people pretend as if Chrisean, they pretend as if she's the problematic one in the relationship, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We have to stop looking at these snippets in the public eye. Remember, he's consenting to this relationship. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They're trying to act like she's so toxic. This is the woman that he chose. He left a woman to get with her. He has a child. He has 2 children with this other woman. And then she gets pregnant. And I want you to see how he begins to speak to her once she gets pregnant online. I just want you to see, because the most dangerous time for a woman, period, is when she's pregnant. Because that is when the most homicides happen against women. These men on these effing podcasts, and I'm telling you, I'm getting sick and tired of these men. This is why I just want to just stop the earth, jump, and go to another planet, because everything is so twisted. It's like we're in bizarro world where they're talking about all of these abortions, but they don't talk about the femicide and the feticide that goes on with these men who are unaliving women when they're pregnant. I'm going to play a video for you all, because you may not know that more women die from childbirth than, I want to get the exact quote for you all, right? So look, let's see.
You trying to like isolate me from that conversation. I love you. I'm sorry. If you want me to be the bitch you're talking about, what you talking to Shark about, I'll be that bitch.
This is so sad. I didn't see this part of the interview, but listening to people cry makes me feel like crying. I don't want to. It's just sad, because my heart breaks for her, because what she needs self-love. What he needs is self-love. They really need to dive into the healing that happens inside. They need to figure out what healthy love feels like. and go towards that. But you have to love yourself healthfully first.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it.
Are you looking at me?
No. Wait, listen to what I'm saying. Fuck.
No, because you're being weird.
Listen to what I'm saying.
They're talking to me. Am I supposed to just be quiet?
That's crazy. This
If
type
you
of-
want me
look,
to be
guys,
quiet,
look.
I
I'll be
never thought I'd be
quiet.
dealing with a female like
If you
this.
want,
Like,
want me to be
Listen,
quiet, I'll be
when I
quiet.
talk sharp, my bitch gonna shut the fuck up.
Man, that's weird,
Listen to what I'm
bro.
saying.
Like,
Talking lady.
Hold on, Sharp.
I feel
Hold on,
what
Sharp.
you're saying.
Shut
Hold on,
the
Sharp.
fuck up.
Usually when I talk, I'm used to a bitch shutting the fuck up. Listen to what I'm saying, dissecting it, and then picking her part of
Her truth.
exactly.
I feel it.
This one right here, she just.
Stop saying this one right here.
She
Talk
just
to me.
like-
Look at me.
it's like-
I'm right here. I'm fucking right
Oh,
here.
yeah,
I'm right here with you.
You gonna finish?
Stop playing with me with Shark. I love you. You just talking to Shark and you trying to like isolate me from that conversation. I love you. I'm sorry. If you want me to be the bitch you talking about, what you talking to Shark about, I'll be that bitch. You said any other bitch. Like what? I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. I'll be cool.
I speak for myself.
I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. Like I'll be
If
cool.
you gonna
Like
be quiet, why you still talking?
cause I'm talking to you, man.
What are you talking about?
Cause Daddy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you how I feel.
So let's bring things.
Gotta get hit like that.
Rock, I have a question for you.
We're trying to get to
I'm
some
not
questions
being
here,
weird.
sweetie. For real, for real.
I don't care. I don't look bad. I look like myself.
Rock, I have a question for you.
The fuck? They asking hard questions that nobody never asks. And this is how I'm answering them, straight up. If you don't want to be with me in these answers, just
I
stay
fuck with
there.
that. She said her asking some hard ass questions.
Damn.
I feel that shit. She said, hold on.
Ask them questions, so you
We're
tryna act
trying
like,
here, baby, but
Well, I have another hard question.
Hello, babe. Why not?
And look at how he's acting in public. Now he's trying to peel her off of him, and this is just embarrassing.
all right.
What are you getting
Hey.
up for?
And she loves him desperately. And then look at this dude right here. This dude is scary. So I don't know what's going on here, but you can go and watch that interview for yourself, right? It's heartbreaking. It's terrible. Apparently, there's another highly watched part here at the end.
What about
crazy ass keep a good old relationship? So we know how this shit go.
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
trying to get something going right now that we're going to have to talk to you about
For real,
sure.
for real.
later on.
Yeah, y'all know I'm all in. I fuck with y'all. Y'all interviewed my cast from season 1 to season
Hey,
5.
that shit was crazy.
So-
What was your take from the first?
I feel it's going to get
Yeah.
physical. Y'all know I try to keep the peace.
Yeah, the last one they tried it, huh?
Yeah.
They about to start fighting in the
But
picture.
you know what? You
I got
said
hit
it.
in the head.
You said it though to me, and I.
This is just sad. It's just sad. So you see the toxicity. This guy right here was speaking to her reckless. When I was listening to it as an elder, I was disgusted by the way that he was talking to this young lady. I was disgusted by the fact that she was with a man who was not protecting her and checking the other man, but getting into a conversation. If you have not seen the homosocial video on my other channel, make sure that you see that. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to put the link right here. I put it inside of, it's an important video that you all need to see. I actually posted it in our Hangout behind the scenes. Let me see if I could grab the link from there real quick, because it's a video that, here, let's see. We all need to watch here. Men are homosocial. So men participate in homosocial bonding where women are accessories. This is why the dynamic exists the way it does in our communities. Don't listen to any of these men who don't know what they're talking about on podcasts try to explain anything to you. Watch that video where a young lady who's a college student talks about the homosocial dynamic that exists among men, especially in these patriarchies. And then I give my take afterwards, because it's a really important video to watch. So during this interview, he, instead of protecting his woman, he actually gets into this kind of competition with this man. As you heard a little bit of it, I'm used to my B. When I tell my B to shut the F up, my B shut the F up. And then this former pimp is like, yeah, 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 that's how you gotta do these bees, right? So nonetheless, right? So Chrisean, I'm not going to go into the whole back thing. So when she announced the pregnancy, she had these little sticks out there and all this other stuff, right? She put up this picture, right? Here we go. She put up these pictures of her baby bump, right? Showing herself with her belly. And then she put Jonathan's blank tattoo above her nether region, right? Right. Okay. So once she became pregnant, I want you to hear how BlueFace began talking about her, right? Here, let's see if I can. Here. This is how he began talking about her. Goodness. So as you see, there's a picture on the screen, and it says, "I've only had one solid bitch my entire life, and it's not who y'all think it is," right? So then he's going on. Have you ever noticed when you treat B's like S, they act right, and when you nice to M, they take advantage? Then he goes and he says plan C, and we all know that plan B is the thing that you take after it's the morning after pill. Plan B is the morning after pill that you take when you may have had unwanted unprotected intercourse, or where you whatever, if you don't want to conceive, or if you want to whatever, plan B is that it doesn't abort, but it stops the egg from latching on, I believe, or it gets you into a hormonal state where the egg doesn't latch or whatnot. But read up on it. I'm not an expert on what the exact medication does. So he says plan C, so he knows she's pregnant. He talks about plan C, right? And then she goes, "Ugh, I don't like beefing. Stay being mean. I don't give a F. Falling back ain't that hard. I'm pretty sure things don't happen for no reason." And then they're making fun of her like a few moments ago, right? Getting money and making babies is my hobby now, right? So they're making fun of her and how she was all about him, and they're making fun of her and how she was all about him, and this whole baby and all this other stuff, right? All right. So here. Then I want you to see how he started talking to her in public, right? Here. This is how he started talking.
The
Here.
difference from my first baby mama, right? She told me, bitch gave me the pregnancy test for Christmas and a gift wrap. I'm excited. Yes, thank you. You're a real bitch. You can have all the kids. This bitch say she pregnant. Oh no, we need paternity. We need Maury. We need. Now you feeling like damn. When really it's not that. It's really not that. You can't even be mad at it because you've been on some Me Too. Oh, man, I'm trying to help y'all. My first baby mama surprised me pregnancy test. I didn't know nothing. I'm happy. I'm excited. Oh, yeah, you a good mom. You ain't finna be weird with the kids and have no niggas around my kids. Amazing. Now, Me Too, bitch. They gonna question the side. I ain't like, is that my baby? I'm still questioning. I hope y'all don't think I'm cool. Which bitch do you want to be, baby? Do you want to be the bitch where a nigga like, I need DNA test first off before anything? Or you want to be the bitch where a nigga like, wow, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, which bitch you want to be? Which one you want to be? You need to make that decision early, cuz once you start that Me Too shit, once it's like, oh, you call me a bitch, I can call you a bitch too.
So you know what? Now he's done taken the Me Too movement started by Tarana Birch, and he's turning it into some other type of conversation, like I can do what you do too. That's not what the Me Too movement is about. And I feel disgusted that he's even twisting it in this way. For those of you who are confused, that's what he's doing.
Oh, you don't wash the dishes, so I don't gotta wash the dishes. Oh, you don't. All right, now you on that. You lost. B minus already. They question the child. Now you looking crazy. I'm looking crazy. Oh yeah, we gonna look crazy then, maybe. Y'all see the difference from
All right, so now
my
you
first baby
see
mama, right?
he's comparing. So now she's trapped in pregnancy. And now he's acting the effing fool in public, right? She's trapped in pregnancy. He's acting the effing fool, right? Here, let me see. Let's see what else we have here.
It's always and forever gonna be a double standard, baby. Look, if you fuck 1,000 men, you're a whore. Nobody's gonna take you serious. If I fuck 1,000 bitches, I'm a player. All the bitches gonna take me serious. They gonna wanna indulge like, damn, what was...
if he's calling people B's and N's and all this other stuff, of course, if that's the realm in which, but a true woman, a woman who values herself in her womb looks for a man who participates in sexual discretion. Nobody wants it. No, please. Nobody who values her womb and her life and the future and the sanctity of a monogamous union with her man is really interested in a man who does not have sexual discernment, who is who sexually does not have morals, etc. No.
Like, what? Why do bitches want to keep fucking you? Double standard, right? If a female put her hands on me and it's cool. I put my hands on her. Double standard on Scrap Crib. Look, a bitch taking care of me, it's a problem. I'm taking care of a bitch, it's cool. Double standard. Females got way more double standards in their favor. That pussy is worth way more than dick. You bitches could make it to Dubai on a yacht, Miami, with zero down. No.
So he's been listening to Fresh and Fit talking about their Miami analogy, right? So this is what I'm saying. Let these people have this. If this is the type of world that they want, let's see where it leads. Let's see where it leads. All I can say is women strap up. And I'm not talking about prophylactics.
Credit. Yeah. And Nick can't do none of that. He gotta have all the credentials and the money or nobody's fucking with him.
I just wanted you to see the type of ignorance that this man speaks. So you hear, right? And then so I want you to finish seeing how, here.
Like I'm lately I haven't been on the Instagram shit. I haven't been like talking to y'all like, you know how I used to go on rants and used to cry a lot and tell y'all what's going on. But on some real shit, I'm gonna be a buck, my nigga. You really don't need nobody to be happy. It's really you have to be happy with yourself. Like I'm learning like since I've been like real sober and shit, and then like for real myself, I just like learn how to back off so bad that I'm silent, like, and God just get to moving and talking for me. Like I don't know what to really say. Like he say fuck you hoe, all types of shit, call me all types of hoes because it's niggas in my face or niggas in my DMs. But what you expect if you publicly treat me like shit? Like we not really like, I don't really think motherfuckers really think we the guy. Like I'm lately I haven't been on an Instagram in real life. I don't think niggas think like, yeah, I got these tattoos everywhere on my body and shit, but I don't really think niggas think that in real life. I don't think niggas think like, yeah, I got these tattoos everywhere on my body and shit, but I don't really think niggas think that in real life. I don't think niggas.
And then there's let's see some tweets here. Let's read these and see what it says, right? Let's see what it says. Perfect timing, LOL, BITCH, ain't do none for my C day since females love equality. Me too, blank B. It's cool when I do. It's a problem when I do it. A, B, stand on it when it's your turn. I don't deal with me too type of B. Good LOL. If you F 1,000 N's, you maybe it says HOE. If I F 1,000 B's, I'm a player. It's not the same. Those females who don't accept and understand the double standard will be left lonely on the best holidays. I promise it's a difference. It's a difference because we are in a patriarchy. We really have to get these penis toters out of power. We really do. Because this is ridiculousness. I can't be a man to a woman. I can't be a man to no women that think they can do what men can do and it's equal. So when they were together, he impregnated his old baby's mother. All of this other foolishness was going on. Chrisean says, here it go. The fact you want be evil as F is crazy to me. Stay extra knowing I won't be with you on my birthday. Well, whatever, I guess, right? So he wasn't even with her during her birthday and all of that, right? So then she went and she posted, let's see, what is this right here? Oh, this is what I wanted to show you all as well.
Right here.
So this is how he got the announcement for his second child with his baby's mother his old baby's mother while he was with Chrisean.
Surprise for you guys.
Open it. Open it. Open it.
So that's his first child right there. And then now he's getting a box with...
What the heck is this? You're pregnant?
Yeah.
Yes, I did it. I did. Good. I knew it. I was right.
So the white-faced girl, the Nightmare Before Christmas girl, he's saying, so he's not with her, but he trusts her fidelity. He doesn't feel that he has to get a paternity test with her. But with Chrisean, the woman that he's with, who has Jonathan's P word tattooed above her crotch and his face on her neck and throat, he feels that he needs to get a... But this girl, he doesn't feel that he...
Get a little brother, sister.
I do.
Sit.
Yeah, so this is the dynamic that exists, right? So then the reason I asked the question, did she abort the baby? Because she went and she put up a tweet earlier today, and the tweet had just a dove emoji, and that's the dove emoji. I'll put this on full screen so you can see. You see the little dove emoji down at the bottom here? This is the tweet that she put up, and it was just a dove emoji. She didn't put anything else up besides that. And so people started wondering whether or not that means she had an abortion. So somebody tweets, I know you ain't K-word that damn baby. And somebody says, she don't need no baby anyway. Baby, let them doves fly because he showed you a million reasons not to have a baby by him. Sheed. I wish I would be 15 minutes pregnant and stressed. Fetus deletus with the peace sign, right? And we all feel a lot of different ways about abortion, birth control, religion, all this other stuff, right? I support her not bringing a child into this relationship. We can do a survey. We can do a survey after this part right here. As a matter of fact, I need to check the apples. I forgot all about the apples. If you want to send the apples through, you can go ahead. www.cash.app/$TONYATKO it is a verified account, so you know you're sending it to the right place. So yeah, so this is the oh, this is sad actually, but this is the tweet that got me to make this video, because I was like, yeah. So then here they go. She's sober too, probably done realize she don't want to go through 18 years of being Bluetooth to BlueFace, now with a baby wireless. Now, let's hope not though. I like sober rock. So I'm not really understanding everything. So somebody's saying, Lord, I hope so. Terrible, I know, but we actually do get to choose our kids' fathers, right? Listen. Tell me you didn't yeet my stink. I don't even know what that means.
Just hold it down, do not switch.
Let me turn off the volume. She done K-word baby blue rock. And somebody's hollering in the shower? No.
TTB, no, I don't trust.
This is too much. And they're playing music, so I can't even hear the full holler. So they're basically showing a person who's going through. So, and this is a man writing this. Of course a man is going to feel this way. And then this is a woman. Oh my, OMG, the baby, DIED. I hate having to have childish conversations online, but this is what we have to do in this day and age. What are you devastated about? Chrisean Rock puts up a broken heart emoji and says devastated. And then it says this tweet has been deleted. So all of this is going on right now. And so I want to talk to you all about self-love lessons in all of this. If you're not on the text notification squad, join the text notification squad. Because wait, what are you all saying? Let me see what you all are saying. What language are they speaking? Now she needs to delete the daddy from her life. I wouldn't be surprised if he kicked that baby out. Abortion is traumatic. It's not traumatic to everyone. Abortion is a relief to many people. It's a relief. Abortion is traumatic. I have been there. But you better believe after my abortion, I was done with his ass. She needs to free herself. You know, it's not traumatic to everyone. It's not. Some people find a tremendous amount of relief from the power to choose not to give forced birth. So let's go ahead and ask the question. Let's ask the question. I want to see what you all have to say. If you think it's a good idea for her to give birth to that baby in that relationship, put up the number 1. If you know it's not a good idea, put up a 0. I want to see what you all are saying. If you know it's not a good idea, put up a 0. If you think it's a good idea, put up a 1. I feel like I feel like I need to vote on this one. 0 for no baby. Here, I gotta vote on this one myself. I gotta vote my own vote because I can't let the vote go without me voting. So let's see. Let's see what you all have to say. Okay. All right. So, even a guy, Jeremy, put up a 0. Listen. I don't see no ones. I don't see no ones. Adonia puts up a 1. She's the 1-1. Everybody else, Lord have mercy. Her Royal Highness put up a 1. So we got 2 1s amid thousands of zeros. Adonia is trying to put up another 1 talking about adoption. Why would, no. No. You know for a damn fact that she's not, if she gives birth to that fetus if she gives birth, you know she is not going to put that baby up for adoption. You know she's not. So I wanted you all. I wanted you. So I see a few more people trying to put their ones in. Listen. Oh my gosh. You listen. That just lets me know the mentality of some of the people who are my knockouts. That just lets me know right there. That just lets me know that there's some people out there who are not discerning, because that child does not need to come into that relationship. And you're right, adoption does not work for Black people. There are more Black children in adoption than any other race. And we're all just sitting there growing up traumatized in the system. So I wanted to play this for you all. Um, I just want to play a little bit of it for you all. Give me just 1 second. Golden missed the question. Here. I want to find this thing. Damn it. Let me see how far down I saved this. Okay, here. I want to play this for you all so that you all can see what we're up against. And I want to do a reaction to this video.
Stitch this with a fact so ridiculous.
All right, here. I had to. Oh, Lottie mercy. You know what? Should we take a quick commercial break? Yeah, let's take a quick commercial break while I pull this video up, and we'll come right back. Are you tired of missing Tonya TKO's live videos? Arriving late when the video is well underway or about to end? Are you fatigued of only seeing a live video randomly while perusing YouTube and Facebook? Or worse, randomly unsubscribed? Well, now you can get a text notification whenever I go live. No longer are we dependent on the algorithm of these fickle platforms. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada, or $4.99 a month international, you get a personalized text message 15 minutes before each live show. Now, you can show up early with the Text Squad, meet other people from all over the world, and get invited to secret broadcasts off-platform. Most importantly, support your favorite independent creator. Go to TonyaTKO.com and click on text. Join the TKO Text Squad today. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada, or $22 a year if you pay in advance, $4.99 a month international, $50 a year if you pay in advance, you'll never again be tardy to the party. I'll see you on the next broadcast. TonyaTKO.com/text. Yeah, you want to know what's really interesting about my commercial? A person in India created that commercial for me, and they did not understand why I would want dark-skinned people in my advertisement. It was very, very strange. And I was like, yeah, you need to put dark-skinned people in there. And I made them go back and change it so much. And I was like, yeah, and you need to have heavier people in there as well. I tried to get them to make me as heavy as they could, and they inside of the thing, but the way that they had me looking was not right. They gave me a double chin. I had to go back to the other version, but nonetheless, the people in India had all of these light-skinned, light-eyed people in there, and they just couldn't understand why a Black person would want to have dark-skinned people inside of their commercial. I thought that was really interesting, because whenever I see that, I always think about that experience that I had behind the scenes. The guy got so frustrated with me and the amount of changes that I had him make that he abandoned the project, actually. That's the secret. That's the secret that I've never told anybody before, actually. He abandoned that project. So that's why the text at the end is a little kind of wonky, and I had to create most of the graphics inside, most of the non-cartoon graphics in there, because they abandoned the project. I don't know, it was really weird, but I actually stopped watching Bollywood movies once I realized that they were purposefully getting light and damn near white people to play all of the major roles. And I just couldn't support Bollywood anymore, and I just stopped watching Bollywood. It's been more than 10 years since I've seen anything from Bollywood. Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So that's the commercial for the text notification squad. So join the text notification squad. It's an amazing service. You get a text whenever I go live, and you get a chance to always be here for the live broadcast so that you never miss one. Like tonight, how we went live a lot later than we typically do, so that you can get that text right to your phone so that you can see that we're live and come over and be a part of the show. So somebody said Chrisean is an absolute self-love lesson, and she really is. She really is. I wanted to play this for you all because I felt that it was important for us to see this. Let me pull this to another screen. Yeah.
Stitch this with a fact so ridiculous you didn't believe it until you looked it up yourself.
Men are the leading cause of death of pregnant women. In a study published by Obstetrics and Gynecology, researchers examined death certificates and found that women in the U.S. die at more than twice the rate by homicide than they do from complications of childbirth. And men are the offenders in 90% of homicides.
You know what? I want to react to that video, and I know if I react to the whole thing here, that I'm not going to react to that, but I need to react to that entire video, right? So you saw how he began to act once she became pregnant. I want you all to know that men are the leading cause of death for pregnant women, far more than complications in pregnancy. Femicide and feticide that happen at the hands of men is astronomical. So when these men are in their selective outrage about abortion, right? Even the women in the comments who are in selective outrage about abortion, it's really a woman. It's really a woman's right to choose that they have that they have a problem with. They want it to be anti-choice, right? They want to punish women for having intercourse, etc. Because where is the outrage for the two lives, the one in a possible life that is lost at the hands of what? I've always seen brown skin actresses in Nollywood, unlike our Hollywood. Yeah, I used to watch Nollywood as well, but the storylines just got too weird for me. And men were always slapping women up. Fathers were slapping up their grown daughters. Men were slapping up their... It was too much for me. I stopped watching that. But nonetheless, so these people with their selective outrage, so rather than remove a fetus that has not come into life, the woman has a greater chance of losing her life and the fetus's life by keeping it in many cases. So I support a woman's right to choose. I want Chrisean to find the healing that she needs. I want her to not bring a child into that toxic situation. I want her to find self-love because she's had a rough upbringing. She doesn't seem as if she knows what love, healthy love looks like. And so I want her to have healthy love. I do. And it's going to it's going to start with her. It's a good thing that this pregnancy has kept her sober, so now she's of a clear mind. And I want her to continue on the path. I know it's very difficult, especially with all of the pain that exists in life. However, you have to, in order to get to it, you have to go through it. So go through it to get to the other side. And so I wish that, and I want that for her. Miss is saying she's still having the baby. Well, you know what? Maybe this, if she does decide to go full term, maybe this will be the change that she needs in her life. I just find it unfortunate that she would be tied to this man for the rest of her life. And I'm hoping that she makes the decision that is best for her and any unborn children, because there are people who are not equipped to be parents, and then they end up creating problematic people in the community that wreak all types of havoc. You know, they say that in Freakonomics, the book, they talked about how crime went down with the passing of Roe v. Wade and with birth control, etc., because people were not giving birth to as many high-risk children. We talk about all of the issues that exist in our community, all of the traumatized people, all of the crime, etc. People with several mitigating factors, there's just a greater, higher likelihood that the person that you give birth to is going to grow up to be problematic. And if you are of clear mind, please practice safe intercourse. And if you don't, practice plan B. And if you don't, practice plan C. Listen. That's what I have to say on that. Let me go ahead and check these apples. I've given you all enough time to give in. Let's grab these real quick. All right. All right, let's see. So last night before the broadcast, as the broadcast was ending, there was a person in the comments who sent through a super apple, and I wanted to thank them live because I didn't get a chance to last night. So thank you, Dr. Chris Lord. I appreciate that love. If you're going to send apples through, you have to send the apples before the broadcast is getting ready to end. That way you make sure that you get your shout out on air. Danny sends 444 and says supporting the show. Thank you so much, Danny. And we have a few more apples that have come in. Let me pull the phone this side. Let me see where I am in terms of. All right. So Paulina sends $5 because she's a loving knockout. Thank you. Rakaya sends $5 and says, Team Fetus Deletus. No, listen, I feel you on that. Brittany sends $5 and says, I lost the baby last year. How could she 4 times? So she either had 4 abortions or she lost babies 4 times. You know, everybody has a different attachment to the fetus, and nobody's response is wrong. I know I had an employee who had a miscarriage, and it was so devastating for her that she had to even stop planning to have a baby because she had had like these miscarriages, and they were hard on her. And then there are other women who don't have that same connection to the fetus, and I think also the relationship you're in, where you are in your life, and whether or not you're really truly ready to welcome a child into this world, whether the child would be a burden or a blessing, really, I think has to do with your life circumstances. I can imagine that a person whose child was conceived in love and who the child was going to be a beneficial addition to their lives, and the child that doesn't come to fruition, I can imagine that a person would feel a lot more mourning than if they're in a problematic, toxic situation in which this baby is a padlock onto a relationship that they really want to get out of. The man starts becoming abusive because, remember, now that you're trapped, they start behaving in ways that you see, like BlueFace. I remember when I was I had to get some work done on my knee. I had like some knee issue. And when I was there in the emergency room, the woman behind me was pregnant, and she had gotten beat up so badly she had to go to the emergency room. And people were saying it was her husband that beat her up. And I was thinking to myself, why would a man beat up a woman who's carrying his unborn child? And it's a whole ball of just self-hate. It's a vicious cycle of self-hatred where he even hates the fetus because the fetus is a part of him. I never really understood how a man could beat a woman down with all of his strength, but I see that there's a certain amount of contempt, a certain amount of hatred that they have for the feminine, that the next likely step is violence. So yeah, I've never been able to understand how a person can do that, but I can see from the rabid look in their eyes that there's a hatred that exists for the feminine. There's a hatred that exists inside of them. And there's a hatred where they want to destroy things that are beautiful. You know, it's like, that's how I feel about men who are pedos. I'm like, you just want to destroy the most beautiful thing that ever existed on this earth. Children are the reason the earth keeps spinning. And anybody who hurts a child, anyone, I don't have anything for them. I got nothing for them. When you hurt a child, you hurt God incarnate. You hurt the purest, best parts of our society, and this may be controversial to say, but in certain instances, I do believe that choosing not to give birth is sometimes one of the kindest things that you can do for an unborn fetus. Choosing not to force it into a life that is going to be unwelcoming, forcing it into a life that is going to be cruel and harsh on that child that that you're ill-equipped for. you know Put your morality aside. A fetus cannot survive without the host. The fetus has a parasitic relationship with the host mother, and it needs to leach of the nutrients. It cannot survive outside of her. So the the decision of whether or not to allow yourself to be host to a fetus to grow into a human being with a soul inhabiting it, now that once it's separate from your body, there's no turning back. But while you are its host, you have that right to not go full term. And it's controversial to some people, and I'm going to tell you, I don't care. I don't care if you feel controversy with it. It's not your womb. It's not your DNA. It is not your child. You cannot force a person. Let me just take this off the screen so that you can hear. Listen, I probably need to react to different women who are scholars of their religions, and there's no mention of abortion being against God in all of the religions that they mention: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. As a matter of fact, in Judy, I'll react to that video. Don't worry. Don't worry. And so for the people who are upset by what it is that I'm saying, right? You cannot force a woman to birth her gene pool, her DNA into this world. You cannot. And so you got to leave it up to people to make the decisions that they're going to make, because people are also gung-ho about these babies until they're born. And then all of a sudden, you a baby mama, you a ratchet A, B, you a welfare queen, and you all of this stuff. We don't really care about children. We don't really care about children in our society here. Let me go back to the apples. So Lashana sends $5 and says, new sub, first apple. Okay, so we got one first apple down so far. Faith Speak says, thank you for addressing hard but necessary topics. Thank you. I appreciate that. Today has been a hard day because of a lot going on, especially with, the story that we've been covering. And I realize that I just realized some stuff. We'll talk about that in another video, but I realized that my reach is further and greater than I realized. And I think gone are the days where I had like a little blog where I had like a little platform where I was like, okay, well, I have this little platform. I think gone are those days. I think that I'm going to have to switch my mindset about how I create content and for whom. All right. Danny says these publicity stunts are getting out of hand. Yeah, they really are. I'm tired of them myself. Right. Listen, there's 900 people on YouTube, 82 on Facebook, and 1 on Twitch. Welcome in, everybody. So far, we have brought in $36 in apples. So if every person sent $1, that would really support the broadcast, especially on topics like this that are not going to be monetized. So support the content that supports you. And I appreciate every amount that you give. I appreciate the dollars. If you send $1 through and you just want to contribute, or you want to contribute after the show is over, you can also do that as well. But you can just, type out a little, support, like if you send your $1, just type, oh, for support, blah, blah, blah. All right. So listen, so let's continue forward. Somebody is saying they thought that was her second Cash App. Let me see. Let's see. New sub. She says that's her first. That's her first. Why you talking about the girl? That was her first. That was her first. All right. So we'll come back to the apples in a little while. I want to see your comments. Here, let me see. Here. All right. So somebody says Brooklyn a la mode sends $5. And let's see. All right. Brooklyn a la mode sends $5 for love. Thank you. You can also do that. Just send a little emoji through. Let me send a heart. All right, perfect. Okay, so what we can do is look at the difference of how he speaks on his mother and Chrisean versus his non-Black baby mother. Yeah, you know what? That is a very interesting way that he does speak about. And Ashley is saying, or leave Black men alone. Having kids with a monster, effed up, dreadhead, small 5-year-old kid built. Okay, then. Okay, ahoy, ahoy. Okay, goody for you, Pam. You want a cookie? What are you all talking about out here? I don't even know what you all are talking about. But nonetheless. So I want to see your thoughts. Let's get into the self-love lessons of all of this. Because I definitely think that Chrisean needs to step back and really learn how to love herself. She says she's crying all the time. She's probably trying to find healing from some childhood issues with her mother, her father, or their relationship, the relationship between her mother and her father, right? And so let's see what you all have to say. I went 32 years without pregnancy scare or oops. Let's stop giving recklessness a platform. Okay, well, listen. It's not always recklessness. There's many different ways that people come to be inseminated. And it's not always recklessness. And sometimes that one abortion is what a person needs to get them on the right track so that they never go down that route. But a baby, a human being, should not be a punishment. And we should not be advocating for a person to get punished with a human being for their recklessness. Because at the end of the day, it's that human being, that child, that's being punished. Don't take your tooth out. Okay. Don't stay broken. Heal yourself. Get therapy. Beware who you let enter your intimate circle. Okay. Some people are more fertile. Today's live is short. What are you talking about? We've been on for over an hour. All right, let's see. Come. Let me see. Choose yourself, put yourself first. Listen, when we do the self-love lessons, I don't like jokes. I really want people to dive deep and give me what the self-love lessons are, because it does not make sense for us to talk about popular topics if we're not going to dive in deep inside of ourselves to really get these self-love lessons. So recklessness is normal, good for you folk entitled to make mistakes and oops. All right. Protect your womb. Absolutely. Tonya hates y'all, says Butterfly Beauty. I don't know whether or not you're joking, right? But I'm going to show you what I think about your comment here. Let me show you what I think about it. I don't take the word hate very lightly. I think that we need to be very discerning with our words, and people need to stop playing games. Anybody else? I mean, I don't think that this is funny, honestly. SLL, step back and think before reacting. Yes, absolutely. Let's continue forward. Therapy is important. SOL is not a baby's responsibility. Can't fix a toxic relationship. Okay. I definitely have a different perspective on abortion, thinking of my daughters and the human beings we are surrounded by. I don't know whether or not that means you for it or against it. Jay says hate is a strong word. Absolutely. Love shouldn't hurt. Let's see these self-love lessons. Heal before you have a family to stop generational damage. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that wholeheartedly. My son would have been 4 this year. I didn't have an abortion. He was stillborn. I still have trouble processing that. I don't have him. Y'all stop hating on this woman. Tonya be trying to effing help. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The sermons I receive here seem to be filled with love. Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Get the young lady who had a stillborn. Go get therapy. Make sure that you heal. Get therapy. Don't just sit there in your pain. SLL, stop allowing everyone else to tell your story. Control your own destiny. It's not the baby's responsibility to heal your self-hate. I never got therapy. Tonya is my therapy. No, 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 no. I am not therapy. And this program, you all are going to make me have to get another disclaimer, because this broadcast should not and does not and cannot take the place of therapy. Let me tell you, I have a therapist. Well, it's been very difficult. And so it's been difficult to find therapy during the pandemic. And after the pandemic, so the pandemic was very hard on me. I spoke with you all behind the scenes about some of the difficulty. There was a lot of death that surrounded me during the pandemic. People very close to me and in my family also passed away. A very close friend of mine died. And so the pandemic was rough, and I had to hold everything together and take care of a lot of people during the pandemic. And it was so very, very difficult. And so it's been a long road, and I have finally been able to get connected with a therapist who had an opening. And so I got the best in the business, a PhD therapist who does the modalities that I like or that I need and feel resonate with me. And so I have a therapist. At different times, I also get life coaching. I have 2 life coaches right now. I have a life coach I have a life coach who has been in the supply chain distribution business to be able to assist me with getting my stuff together with the lipstick packs and getting the earrings produced and the boxes and all of that other stuff. And I have another life coach who works with me on the internal blocks, because, we have limiting beliefs, and whenever you cross into a new threshold. So I have 2 different life coaches. I have 2 different life coaches and a therapist. And who else do I have on my team? I have an exercise physiologist, I have an endocrinologist, and I saw a nutritionist. I probably could stand to go back to the nutritionist to just make sure, now that I stopped eating sugar and I stopped flour for the most part. I started incorporating flour back into my diet, but I removed everything and I started putting things back in so that I can see what my body feels like. My therapist is a Black woman PhD psychologist. Yes, I got the best in the business. And so I suggest that you think about yourself as an incorporation, and you get yourself a team. Like Beyonce just doesn't get up there on the stage with her hair blowing in the wind. She has a person who does her hair, her makeup, her this, her that. Get yourself a primary care physician. Get yourself a PCP. Get yourself your annual checkups. Get yourself a dental plan. They are like $30 a month for a really good plan, or $9 a month for a very cheap plan. Get yourself a physical therapist, not a physical therapist, a personal trainer. I went and got an exercise physiologist because I want to do an obstacle course race this year. And the exercise physiologist works with you to get you prepared. And so I kind of, during the winter, it was a little cold and I kind of fell off because I came out of one of them sessions after sweating and that cold air hit somewhere in the back of my neck and head, and that freeze shot down through my spine and body. And I said, no, I gotta wait till it's a little bit warmer. But I suggest that you surround yourself with a team of people who are there for you. I had this guy who was trying to talk to me, right? This was he was trying to talk to me, but he refused therapy. He was like, his friends are his therapist, and he has a friend who's a professional therapist, and he talks to him sometime. And I'm like, no, you need to have a relationship with a person, right? Who their sole purpose is to be there for you, to listen to you, to hear, and be of the training to be able to guide you in conversation. And you have to be of the thought that this person is on my team. I hired this person to assist me, and you have to go in there and just let it all out. Don't be in there like, oh, I'm not going to give it up. Go give it up. Go spread eagle emotionally. Just let it all out and work with this person to really help you create change. I am in a weekly group with a PhD, a Black female PhD psychologist, and we meet once a week and we discuss these things. And I have been improving from those once a week things that we do, right? The meetings, it's a group meeting, right? However, I still need a person who is one-on-one with me so that I can open up and say things that you can't say in front of other people, open up and say things in front of a qualified person. So many of us receive additional damage because we talk to people who are not qualified. They did this survey, and men are using dating as unqualified therapy. They're talking to their dates about shit that they need to be talking to an effing therapist about. And then you end up with more wounds because you say something to a person like, for example, I was feeling a little down recently, and an associate of mine happened to reach out to me, and I spoke with the associate, and the very first thing that he said to me was, I can't believe this. You're Tonya TKO. How could you ever be feeling down? You got so much going for you. I can't believe this. I'm so disappointed to hear that you are letting things get to you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I just zipped myself up on the inside, and I had to put my armor on because I'm like, I have to protect myself from what it is that I'm hearing. And I had to realize, look, this person is not qualified. And I opened up in a space that was not a safe space to open up in that level. And it's like, we cannot be eliciting our friends or soliciting our friends to be our unpaid, unqualified, non-consensual therapist. Exactly. Somebody said you are human. Exactly. But there are people who think because I turn a camera on and because I got some lights and maybe I got some money or something like that. And you don't even have to apologize for him saying that. He apologized because he and we had an in-depth conversation because I tell the truth. I don't let things fester and simmer. I told him how I felt about his behavior in that moment. And then I told him that I needed to take care of myself and get off of the line. And then we had a long, in-depth conversation. But my mental health is my responsibility. Finding safe spaces, qualified spaces for me to heal is my responsibility. For me to be open, that's my responsibility. So it's like, I can't blame a person who is unqualified. The person, and I learned this many years ago, because there's so many people who's like, oh, block and delete, people when you're on different pages. No, there's some friends that you turn up with. There's some friends that you have board game nights with. There's some friends that you go on couples dates with, and you have couples gatherings with. There's some friends that you go to religious or spiritual activities with. There's some friends that you have play dates with your children with. And part of the issue that we have is we try to make all of these different people hold different spaces in our lives that they just don't fit in. So you have to let people be who it is that they are, like Chrisean and BlueFace and all this other stuff. You have to allow a person to show you who it is that they are. And I talked about this behind the scenes with the text notification squad, because I've come to the realization in my life that even for new female associates, and like, no, not associates, but for friends, because I'll talk to you. However, if you have never had therapy and you're against therapy, we can't get close. You cannot get into my inner circle. You cannot have direct, private, ongoing, intimate access with me. Whether you're male or female, whether we're intimate or platonic, you can't. Because the people that are around me in my friend group, you have to be doing the work. You have to be willing to do whatever it is that you need to do behind the scenes internally in order to be able to create shifts and change in your life. Because what happens is, when you're in these friendships with people who are not doing their work, remember we talked about bleeding on people who didn't cut you. And if you're not doing your childhood trauma work and your shadow work and all of that, you're going to bleed into our relationship in ways that's not warranted. And you're going to assign things to me that is not appropriate for our relationship. And I'm not interested in those types of relationships. You have to be okay with therapy. I already knew years ago that I would not date a man who had not been in therapy or is open to therapy. I personally could not have done that even years ago. And now I have realized that I can't even have friends close to me who are against therapy, who are like, oh, I had a therapist once and it wasn't a good fit. If it wasn't a good fit, find another therapist. It's like every meal is not a banger. You know, every personal trainer is not going to be in the style of communication and how you like to do it. I had a personal trainer who, when I told my personal trainer that I was done, they were like, okay. I didn't need that. I needed a person, and I don't need a personal trainer talking about, come on, let's get that fat off. Let's get that. I don't need a personal trainer like that either. You know, I know what it is that I need. I know what resonates with me. And my exercise physiologist is amazing. And she pushes me. But when I get to the point that I really physically just can't do it, or it's going to put my body in a space that's going to be harmful, she respects that. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to find people on your team. You have to find people on your team who resonate with how you like to do things. And if you tried therapy once and it didn't work out with that person, just realize that every person is human. Find a different person. So nonetheless, I tried something different with my concealer under my eyes tonight. I don't like what I tried. But you know, you got to experiment. But nonetheless, so that is that. Let us check the apples, and then we're going to get out of here. I talked a lot longer than I thought I was going to. All right, so here. So we have a few more apples that have come in. All right. So Ashley sent $5 and says, for all that you do. MCF says, you go girl, and sends $20. Thank you. Lily says, supporting your content, and says $5. Monica sends $50. Hey, thank you. And so we've brought in over $100. We've done $121 for this broadcast. So thank you. I appreciate that. And I feel like I've said everything that I need to say. You all also put up your self-love lessons. So I'm going to get out of here because the video is already pretty long and I want people to be able to watch the video. But when the videos are long, people, they don't even tune in, you know, because we've gotten into the stage of 1-minute videos and stuff like that. So it becomes very difficult. You know what I'm saying? It becomes very difficult. So I'm gonna get out of here. You all talking about the thing is a short video. This is a long video by today's standards. So nonetheless, on that note, listen, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, I know, right, Vanessa? I don't know. Sometimes people make mistakes and their fingers hit the wrong button, but nonetheless, so Listen, it's almost 12 a.m. in the United States. It's also 9 p.m. in the United States as well. So listen, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I forgot a part that I wanted to show you all. I'm so glad that you all said, somebody said something about her tattoos. This is what I wanted to show you all, but I don't know how I forgot it, right? I don't know how I forgot it. Let me try to find the thing, right? Oh my goodness, I never played this video for you all, and I needed to play it. Damn, I lost a thing here. Listen.
A fucking missing tooth for 2-3 years, nigga. We know her gum stinks. That gum stinks, gang. I'm sorry, bro. Nigga, I could see it from the video. That gum stinks.
This is DJ Academics being so bold to talk about Chrisean and saying that he knows her. But you saw when she went and got her tooth, and then BlueFace was like, oh, she's too high and mighty ever since she got her tooth fixed. And then so she took it out and lowered herself back down to a level that he was comfortable with. And so now men are disrespecting her on the internet.
Bitch got a cavity with no tooth. This shit's crazy. It's halitosis and gingivitis battling each other. That's it. Like, she not bad, my nigga. Like, nigga, she look like me. This bitch look like me, nigga, with a gap, nigga. The fuck? Like, bro, like, nobody's really trying to get your hoe, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, bro. I'm sorry to kill you. I'm killing your dreams right now. Nigga, you got probably the worst looking chick in hip hop. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, get mad if you want to.
She's not bad looking. She's a beautiful woman. What is he talking about?
Bro, this bitch done had a fucking missing tooth for 2-3 years, nigga.
So you see how he's disrespecting her openly, right? He's disrespecting her openly. And there was another video I wanted to show you because BlueFace, it was either a post. Damn.
Y'all see the difference from
I cannot find the post, but I'll tell you what the post said, right? Here, let me see. Is this it? No, this is not it.
Right here.
Hold on. So basically, the post basically said she got 7 tattoos and he was disrespecting her. Damn, I can't find that.
This bitch done had a fuck.
I cannot find it. I thought I saved all of the posts that I needed to react to in this video.
Bro, this bitch done had a
I'm sorry. I'm just clicking on all of this stuff and it's foolishness. So I thought I saved it, but I don't have it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Damn it. Yes. I'm so glad. So here, let me get to the very first one. BlueFace goes off on Chrisean Rock. She pregnant, missing a tooth with 7 tattoos, right? She pregnant, missing a tooth with 7 tattoos, finna make a fool of herself with the next N. And I'm not pregnant at all, finna live my life perfectly fine with the next B who gonna take me even more serious. Now, it's really tragic, for real, right? I just want you all to pay attention. And BlueFace says, N-word, don't care about how no boof B feel. LMAO, take that, right? And Chrisean Rock says, I don't regret anything about myself. So honestly, trying to put me down is a low blow coming from a man that know he loves me. And then he goes, she responded to the whole 7 missing a tooth thing and all of that, right? So remember the side tattoo on her face, the one over her crotch, and the one on her throat are all BlueFace tattoos. So he's talking about she got 7 tattoos. 3 of them are his, and I can imagine there might even be more that are his as well, right? So he's going on. respect yourself, young lady. We can YouTube and Google 10 other prospects to be the baby's father. That's a red flag. I only like blue flags. So now he's disrespecting her openly, disrespecting the baby. Anybody who thinks that it's a good idea to bring a baby into a toxic relationship like this, do you really love children? Do you? Do you really love children? I don't see how this is a good idea for anybody, right? So the self-love lesson that I learned from today's video is really about what it looks like to not have healed childhood trauma, as well as setting a standard. The self-love lesson that I learned from today's video is that there are people out there who really just don't know how to heal their trauma on their own, and they need help. And it has made me consider different ways that I need to stay on the grind. I need to get me a business coach who has done retreats, because I need help putting my retreat together. I need help because I want to help more people, and I need to figure out how to get this done. I started the planning for our retreat this year, but I ran into some roadblocks that made me have to cancel and go back to the drawing board. But I'm seeing that we probably will have to do it out of the country, where the price is a little bit different than trying to do it here in this country. So yeah, so I realized my self-love lesson is in staying on top of myself even when things get hard, because it is very difficult doing something new. It is very difficult doing something different, and it's difficult stretching outside of your knowledge base, your comfort zone, your knowledge base. And my self-love lesson is to pay attention to myself and my own affirmations, right? And one of my affirmations is the affirmation. So if you need my affirmations book, it is on Amazon. You can go to my website and just go click straight through to Amazon. The link is also in the description of every video. And the last affirmation in the book, because you know that I've been doing my affirmations because I've been having such negative self-talk. It just really crept up on me. And I realized that I need to be vigilant with my affirmations. I also stopped taking my phone into the bed with me. I stopped laying down with my phone. I stopped waking up with my phone. I get my meditation and my workout in before I even go onto social media. That has been tremendous for my mental health. I suggest that you all do that as well, because not taking the phone into my bed meant that my affirmations were the last things that I heard or experienced before I go to sleep. And so they just marinate in there. And I had to start doing that in order to be able to get this lipstick pack out, in order to be able to even just get the formulas done. I'm still working on the names. So I gotta, so the lipsticks are being manufactured right now, and I'm still working on the names. So you all who are on the text notification squad, I'm going to most likely send you all a link to do a survey to kind of answer which names you think are best, right? Because I have to get those labels made up for the bottom parts of the lipsticks so that they all, you know, have really catchy, cute names. I know what the names of like 5 of them are, but there's 10 altogether. So nonetheless, what I was saying is I lost my train of thought of what I was saying. I think I was talking about the affirmations that help me be able to get into the mindset to even create the lipstick pack and to keep the negative voice at bay. Because you know what? A lot of us have a negative self-talk. A lot of us have an abusive relationship inside of our own minds. And if you do not have, I realized recently, if you do not have positive affirmations, then everything that you are saying to yourself in your mind is negative, is an attack. Like you have to have some safe space. Like for some of us, we don't even have a safe space in our own mind. And so these affirmations really assist me in being able to have positive self-talk, to have uplifting words. Because, you know, as a woman, as a Black woman, there's so many terrible things that we can say to ourselves. We can look at ourselves and not see the beauty. We can look at ourselves. I bleached my hair too light. I did not want it this light. I liked the last color that I had where it was golden. And I could have attacked myself over this light color. Even though some of you really like it, I felt like I went a little too light because I don't want I liked my hair white, but then people started telling me that the white hair aged me and that they thought that I was old because of the white hair. And I'm like, what? Old? Never. You crazy? Like, these people thought that this was my natural hair color. And I'm like, you mad? So then I was like, okay, so I need to leave a little bit of the yellow in it, you know, but I really like that last champagne color that I had. But I just have to, I have to perfect my technique. But so, yeah, so I could be attacking myself. I could, you know, like sometimes my makeup is not perfect in my videos and I'd be seeing some flaws and stuff like that. And I could attack myself over that. But I fucking refuse. I fucking refuse. I fucking refuse. I fucking refuse to attack myself over that shit. I fucking refuse. You know, so we need positive affirmations. So get the affirmations workbook for yourself. I love it personally. These are the most powerful affirmations. I am a certified clinical hypnotherapist. And so I wrote each one of those affirmations in such a way to really be able to create a rewriting in your mind. In your mind. No, I don't think they were haters because one guy, he said he thought I had the old filter on. He thought that I had a filter on that was making my hair white and so he apologized profusely, but I'm like, you crazy? Whatever. So nonetheless, on that note, I will see you all in the next video. My self-love lesson is to do the hard thing because it'll be worth it in the end. The hard thing is creating this retreat and getting all of the moving pieces together. So yes, I will do a tutorial for how I get my baby doll, my Bratz doll lips. But we'll talk about that in another video. We've been on this one long enough. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And I will see you all in the next video. If you come into the video after this, go ahead and type your self-love lessons down in the comment area. Let me just check and see if we have any more apples that have come in. Clear. I did send a text out. Send me a message. And for the people who are not getting their text on the text notification squad, it's one of two things. Either your number did not get sent through when you did the application and you need to write to me, or you're caught in this new telecom. They changed something March 9th, and that was the last time that many people got a text. So we're gonna probably need to do a backup on Telegram so that you can make sure that no matter what, you get your notifications, right? Because these telecom companies, it's so difficult dealing with them. But you all remember to get the text set up, it took months to get the text notification squad set up. And that was very difficult. I had lots of knots in my stomach. But we did it and we got through. So we just have to keep pushing through. And for this retreat, which is the next iteration, is very difficult. But I need to keep pushing through. So Claire sends $5. Thank you, Claire Bear. I appreciate that. Thank you. I will see you all in the next video. Ashley, yes, please send me. Go to my website, write to me. And I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Nora's talking about I finally caught a live. Girl, we leaving. All right.